Hi my beautiful goldies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Preciosa. Precious Gold. I have to learn that in Spanish. That's how you say it. It just has a little bit of like sexiness to it, like Preciosa. Okay, but yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel, you guys. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome and thank you again for being loyal and coming back to the channel. And if you were new, it's your favorite girl, Precious Gold. Well, soon to be favorite girl, Precious Gold. I'm excited, y'all. So you know, when I don't have my guest with me, I usually have my big poppy here for support. So he's just chilling. Today we're just about to have a conversation about Love Island USA season 3. Like this season is so different. You know, like it's a lot of different people and a lot of different things that happen, Casa Amor, all that stuff. But guess who my favorite couple is? I'm sure it's probably your favorite couple. You're right, Zeta and Timmy. Like, they hit it off from the jump. It's like she stepped out for him, even though she said she wasn't going to step out for anybody. But I guess there was just something different about him that, you know, attracted her. And not gonna lie, he is fine. She is a bad bitch too. Like, she is tall, slender, like a supermodel, long legs. She is even, I think, a little taller than Timmy, but I don't think that mattered to her. It didn't really matter to us too, because we kept voting them as the best couple, and they actually won. But y'all, the sad thing now is that they're broken up, and it's just like, that sucks. If I wasn't like already in a relationship, a married woman, I would actually just be like, okay, I'm done. I can never find love. Like, if they've broken up, it's done. But then again, it's like, don't you have parents that have been together for years? You're gonna be looking at strangers' things to, you know, make or break your thought about love. But whatever, y'all. They were my favorite, and I actually had high hopes for them. After them, it was Jesse and Deb. They kind of had a slow beginning, but you know, they ended up being one of the finalists. And then Sydney and Isiah, those were the 3 couples that were onto the finalist thingy. But yeah, it's crazy because I feel like that Timmy has totally been faking everything, like from the jump. Like, I saw this interview that Zeta had with this guy. I don't remember his name, but Farad. I could put it on here, and she was just saying how Timmy was giving her breadcrumbs, like right after the show was over, right after they won the money. You know, it's like $100,000. I mean, obviously we knew she was gonna share with him, but it's like, honestly, I would have said to keep it by yourself, to yourself, and then maybe outside, when you get out the show, you see how he's actually behaving towards you, and that would determine if I was to give you the money or not. Because you're not about to rip me off a whole $50,000 just for you to be on a fake thing with me. Like, nah, fam. But yeah, apparently right from the time that they finished the Love Island, they wrapped it up and everything, he was gonna move back to LA. He didn't even offer her a ride to the airport. He had his roommate come pick him up. Like, it was just a lot of things said about the roommate that I'm like, well, is this boy, is the roommate a girl or a boy? Because you niggas be loving their homeboys so much. Like, relax, like, come on now. But it's just like, he didn't offer her a ride, and it's like, that's your girl. And she was even saying, you know, her, Deb, and Sydney had like a car take them to the airport, and Deb and Jesse were chatting, Sydney and Isaiah were chatting, but she didn't get nothing from Timmy. There was no message coming in, and she just kind of felt iffy about it. But then it's like, you know, he did tell her how the whole show has been traumatizing for him, or like it's just been a whole lot for him because he's not into things like this. But it's like, so why go on the damn show then? But I mean, I guess he said he didn't expect to, you know, win the show. He didn't expect to be on the show for that long. So, which is kind of understandable. So I guess he needed his space. So she was just ready to give him that space that he needed. And like, it was just like a lot of things going on. And eventually she would go see him in LA and everything. But like, eventually they had to move to, I said Isaiah. Timmy went to London. He and Zeta, they went to London together, and she was like, as soon as they got there, he was like, oh, by the way, my sister is coming. And she's like, okay, well, you didn't tell me this before, but that's fine. You know, that's great. Matter of fact, like you and your sister can meet my family and all of that good stuff. But he just kept saying, he doesn't think she's going to want to do that, and that they have an Airbnb already that they're going to be staying in, a hotel that they're going to be staying in together, he and his sister. So they could be like, she could come see him, but it's not like it's not like they're going to be staying at her family house. And it's like, it's his first time being in London. So it's like, your girl is from here. That's where she lives. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to stay with her? Why wouldn't you want her to show you around and all that good stuff? Because, I mean, duh, like, it just makes sense. But he just literally found every excuse not to have his sister come, not to have her come see him that much. And it was just like, he was breadcrumbing her, which broke my heart, because Zeta was, she literally carried them along. I feel like she was the reason why they even won in the first place. You know, like, everybody loved her with her little accent. But they're broken up. Deb and Jesse are broken up too. It's pretty much only Sydney and Isaiah that are still together. And that was like the least of my thoughts. Like, they were the ones that I thought, oh my gosh, what is going on? I think they're doing something outside. Not now, please. Let's just try to ignore it, y'all. But that was very surprising to see that they're still together. They're still the ones rocking hard. And it's like, oh wow, that's crazy. Because actually, it did kind of feel genuine to me. What I was seeing on TV kind of seemed real that they had, but I just didn't think they would last outside. But hey, they still rocking hard. And you know, Naja and Jeff would have been one of the 4 couples to be in the finalists too, but Jeff just had to fuck things up. But you know, it's crazy because when they were having that decision on what couple to vote out or whatever, I think Naja kind of instigated the drama privately. You know, like, she was telling Jeff, like, oh yeah, I think they're gonna try to vote da-da-da and da-da-da out because they're the newest couple. And then Jeff was like, oh yeah, that ain't right, that ain't gonna slide with me, I'm gonna put them in their place, blah 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 blah. So technically she knew what was going to happen, because, well, they didn't show the part where she was like, oh no, Jeff, don't do that, if they do that, that's fine, but whatever. She was just like, yeah, really, you're gonna tell them? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna let them know I ain't rocking with that. And she was just like, oh yeah, okay. And now they got to the part where they're going to, you know, vote the lowest couple out, and people were saying, what's their freaking names? People were saying those couples, right? And they were just like, and then that's when Jeff kind of blew up and was like, oh, this is some buddy shit. Like, ain't nobody trying to do that. This is all fake, blah, blah, blah. And now Naja is like, Jeff, no, relax. Don't say that. Relax. And it's like, girl, huh? You put that shit in his head. You kind of pushed him to say that shit. But I guess, again, his reaction to it was not cool, because how he was walking up to Timmy like, oh, I'm just trying to hear you, bro. I'm just trying to hear you, bro. Like, nah, relax. There was no need for that. Like, absolutely no need for that shit. Because, what? But then he got upset at Naja later on. Like, she didn't check up on him. She was going back to Timmy like, oh, Timmy, I'm so sorry. And it's just like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. But he probably could have handled it a bit better. Because, I mean, that's still your girl, you know, she's obviously still gonna come back to you. But I just felt like she just wanted, because she didn't expect it to blow up that much. But let me know what you guys think, because I mean, that's what I think. And y'all, in the reunion when Jazz's sister was talking about how Timmy led her on, and Timmy was like, yeah, you know, Jazz chose me for his sister. I didn't have nothing to do with it or whatever. Zeta put him in his place. Zeta was like, nah, sweetie, it's not like you were bundled to go meet her. You were giving her signs. You told her brother that you wanted to get to know his sister. Hence, the reason why he chose you for her. And I'm glad she said that, because he was trying to make it seem like, you know, damn, I'm just a hot commodity. Like, I can't help it if anybody wants to steal me or whatever. It's like, nah, you were giving her the wrong impressions. And then come to talk about Jazz and Serenity. Like, I feel like that pissed me off how it ended, because I mean, he was trying to give it his all, but then again, the boy is 21 and Serenity is 29, about to be 30. And it's like, I kind of understood why she wasn't really like into it, because he was a fine looking man, but like the age difference was just too wild, was just too there. But then it's like his reason why he's choosing this person kind of seemed like it was Serenity he was gonna pick. But when he sent her home, I was like, ah, and I literally cried. Like, I remember like, oh no, not her, like I love her. And it's crazy because I don't think anybody else cried for Serenity. I mean, they were all like, oh, we're gonna miss you, blah 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 blah. It was Zeta didn't cry for her, and it was kind of like weird to me, because those are the two black women in there, so you would think that they would be sad to leave each other or whatever. But she did cry for Courtney when Courtney was leaving, and I'm like, okay, I guess. But you know, and actually, y'all, I actually found out that like Serenity is like an outcast now in the whole Villa Girls thing. She's not in the clique no more, even though they were one of the first people to come on the show. Serenity, Deb, Sydney, Zeta, they were one of the first girls to come in. So it's like, how are you guys going to just try to, you know, remove her from the clique like that and just try to make her out to be the bad girl? But Serenity spoke up eventually, and she was just like, damn. She was also interviewed. Let me catch my breath. Okay. But yeah, she was also interviewed, and she was saying how the girls would just not always take her side. They would have arguments here and there, but she would always be alone. Deb wouldn't take her side. Courtney wouldn't really take her side. And it's just like Sydney, her and Sydney were just butting heads a lot. And you could see it in Zeta's podcast. Because every little thing, Sydney is just like, did you just say you don't like me? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, she didn't even say that. Like, where did you get that from? Like, relax, girl. Relax. But it's just weird how they treated her. And she was like, yeah, it's crazy because, you know, losing relationships is really hard. It's tough, especially girlfriend relationships, like losing your friends. That's really tough. And she almost started crying. Like, she really felt hurt and betrayed, and she was in her head a lot, like, damn, did I really do this? Did I do this wrong? Did I do this not wrong? But I personally could relate to that because, yeah, it's definitely not easy losing friends. It's like, I'd rather lose a man, honestly, than lose friends. But, you know, it is what it is. If that's gonna happen, that's also gonna happen. And oh yeah, and y'all remember the comments? Sorry, I'm trying to, because I have my points written down in my book. Y'all remember the comments that on Twitter that they said Zeta belongs in first class and she's gonna leave Timmy in economy or something like that, or business or something like that. And she was sad about that, but that's literally fast because he don't look like he belongs in no first class plane, because he was giving bum vibes. And it's now starting to feel like he chose Zeta because she's dark skinned. And even his sister told Zeta that, oh yeah, I told Timmy to go for the dark skin one. America loves to see that, like black women type stuff. And I was like, oh wow, is that how you really feel? Because that's crazy, because you really just played us all this entire show for the money. Now you have the 50,000 and you just, I bet now you want Bria, huh? That's Chaz's sister. Now you want the Bria because she's been your type from the jump, but you just wanted to go for the dark skin one because America loves to see that and shit. We ate it up. Like them pretty much won. But it's just so sad, and I really wish them nothing but the best, because it's just crazy. Because how can you fake that for so long? Like, who are you fooling? That's very hurtful. Zeta almost cried on her interview. I'm like, aw, I feel you. It's just a lot of things that they did to Zeta, like a lot of things that she would offer for them or offer to them, and it's like, nah, we're good, we'll figure it out, nah, we good. Like, that's your girlfriend. What do you mean? Like, you should include her in everything you're doing, you know? Which was crazy to me. And I didn't like the fact that no one cried for Serenity, like, when she was leaving, because obviously she was did wrong. And Chaz, just don't even get me started about Chaz. No. But y'all, if there's anything that I'm missing, let me know in the comments section. And if you think I said something wrong or whatever, also let me know. And the new season is coming out on the 18th, I guess. So depending on how good this video does, I might also review the other one, even though I don't think it's going to be as good as this season. But we're gonna see. And like, why is it on Peacock? But yeah, I guess they said because it's not doing as good as they would have wanted it to, that's why it's on Peacock. But I mean, we still watch it. It's just, I just don't like the ads and stuff. But yeah, Timmy did use Zeta for clout. That's that. That's that. It should go for the skinny one. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. I love you. Ciao.